Good morning and happy Christmas Eve. My name is Valerie and I'm very glad to start the day with you. You may have noticed in our Advent series this year that we've been doing a lot of talking about both the first Advent when Jesus was born and the second Advent when Jesus returns. And that's really the nature of the prophecies in Isaiah. So I thought I would start us off today reading from Revelation chapter 21 about the second Advent, starting in verse 3. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Now the dwelling of God is with people, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." A few days ago was the 1-year anniversary of my dad passing away, and I woke up that morning thinking quite a bit about the second Advent, thinking about how much hope it gives me to know that there is a reunion, there's an Advent to come that I can look forward to. And whether you've lost someone recently or years ago, I know that you find similar hope in that, but I also know there can be some days where you're thinking, oh my goodness, will this day ever come? How long, oh Lord, do we have to wait? But think of the day that it happens, what rejoicing that will be. And I thought that must have been some of what it felt like for the folks who were at the first Advent. They were waiting and waiting and waiting for millennia. They were waiting for that day to come. And they must have had, like us, about the second Advent, they must have had days of anticipation, days of discouragement, days of longing. But can you imagine the party for the people who saw that first Advent? We know for sure there was a heavenly host, so that was quite a scene. But other than that, it was kind of a small party, actually. There was Mary and Joseph and the shepherds and a few others that saw, this is it. This is the day we've been waiting for. The Messiah has been born. Oh my goodness, what a day that must have been for them. Now the second Advent, we know, will not be quite as subtle as the first Advent, so everyone's going to know something has shifted. But what an amazing, rejoicing, celebration, worship service to end all worship services that will be. I want to encourage you today that even though it's a weird year, you might feel kind of numb, you might feel so overwhelmed or so discouraged, you may just not be feeling Christmas at all this year. Let me encourage you to celebrate, to really celebrate that Christ the Savior is born. We know he is born. That's how fortunate we are. We get to say it in the past tense, and that's a reason to celebrate. We know that Emmanuel has come, God with us. And I want to encourage you today to celebrate. I know tonight's Christmas Eve, so we're all waiting for Christmas morning. And in some ways, we're all waiting for that ultimate Christmas morning, the second Advent. But let's not forget to celebrate that first Advent. I know that for some of us, we're not going to get to be doing our normal Christmas Eve traditions. We won't get to gather together as we're used to for the Christmas Eve services, but I really want to encourage you to watch Hope for Everyone, our online Christmas Eve celebration. I promise you that it will bring you joy and it will help you celebrate this Christmas. You can get all the information about it at tlc.org/Christmas. Have a wonderful day and Merry Christmas to you.